So most YouTubers, they will sit here and tell you how to get 1,000 subscribers, and maybe they're going to base it on how they got 1,000 subscribers, how they got their clients' channels to 1,000 subscribers. But as of planning, writing, recording, and editing this video, I don't have that yet. So I thought it would be really cool to document how exactly I plan to get to that coveted, 1,000 subscriber mark as a small and kind of starting YouTuber. So hi everybody, if we haven't met yet, I'm Micah Gonzalez, that's M-I-C-A Gonzalez with a Z. This is the first time I've ever called myself a YouTuber, so let's get into this. I was inspired to do this video because I realized that a lot of people, whether or not they followed me before, they kind of get discouraged trying to hit this big milestone for anything. And for YouTube in particular, it's trying to hit that first big kind of milestone, which is 1,000 subscribers. And look, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say 1,000 is like the biggest milestone ever. Obviously, there are milestones like 1 million subscribers or 100K, getting you those silver play buttons and all that stuff. However, I know how discouraging it can be to see that you're so far away from the 100Ks and the millions and trying to focus on getting even like 500 or 1,000 subscribers. So I thought that it would be interesting, hopefully entertaining, and at worst embarrassing to try and document that process. So number one, you could probably try to learn from the experiment, and number two, if this experiment fails really badly, then you can learn from that as well. So to prepare myself for this entire process, I went through the trouble of watching a dozen or more, probably at this point, videos by YouTube gurus, channel gurus, coaches, and all that stuff about how to grow a YouTube channel. A lot of things jumped out at me during this research, but I wanted to narrow it down to 3 immediate things that I can start doing better on this channel in the hopes that it's going to help me get to that coveted mini milestone of 1,000 subscribers. And the first thing that I do want to try is to make more interesting videos. It's a little embarrassing to admit that I don't think my videos are that interesting. And when I say more interesting video, I mean like in every sense of the word, from interesting titles, thumbnails, content, editing, all that stuff, So to be fair, I did start doing YouTube videos in an attempt to, number one, get better at video editing. It was always something I was interested in. And number two, to try and get better at speaking to a camera. I've been pretty good at speaking in front of live events, webinars, whatever have you. But on camera was just kind of weird. So I thought doing YouTube was going to help me with that. But now I think I've gotten those things. I'm slowly getting better at the video editing part. I'm not completely there yet. I'm not at like this really great level, but I'm way better than I was a year ago. So I thought that maybe now we can get better at making more interesting videos as a whole. This is also coming from a place of knowing that I'm in a very crowded niche of productivity, self-development, content creation. So I know that I can do a lot more to maybe stand out or really make like my personality, I guess, shine through, whether it's through my speaking or through my editing, whatever the heck it is. So if I'm gonna stand out with both my message and my channel, then I'm gonna have to shake things up around here to get people to actually subscribe. So I've always wanted to experiment with my content. I want to try different angles for certain topics, or I want to try literally filming from different angles. Kind of like this. Doing more video essays, having more collaborations, all that stuff. And I'm positive that it's going to be tricky. It's going to be extremely time consuming to do all of these things versus the way I've been doing them now. But I know that if I really want to fall in love with video as a medium for storytelling and for getting a message, what was I saying? For getting a message across, then I'm going to have to devote that time and energy into actually putting in more effort into it. Kind of like a real relationship, And the second thing that I do want to try is to create more video series, more sequels, and follow-ups. I am extremely guilty of doing this thing where I will publish this video, and then it does kind of well in the algorithm considering my channel's reach as of the moment, and then completely do nothing after that. And many YouTube gurus kind of talk about this. They say whenever you have a video that does well, it's always a good idea to follow it up with a similar topic, a part 2, or etc. So what I've been doing, not doing that, just feeling like publishing whatever video I felt like doing, that's not exactly good practice, and admittedly just comes from a place of being lazy. So on that note, I want to try doing more videos that could fit into a series. So more Notion videos. I know you guys like that. I want to do more reviews, more story time vlogs, more video essays, all that stuff, which kind of excites me because these are the things I want to keep doing, but for some reason, I just haven't been doing them just because it's a little bit harder for me. And again, that's not a good thing. Don't follow me. Don't be lazy. If you really want to grow anywhere, don't be lazy. And in case you don't know why this strategy is is recommended by a lot of YouTube gurus, it's really because you want people to subscribe to you. You want to show them that, hey, I've done a video on this topic before and I've done many others on the same topic. So you might as well subscribe, because in the future you are sure to receive more like this. So this is usually the part where I ask you to subscribe if you're getting any value, but I really don't want to do this thing where I kind of skew the results of the experiment just because people see the title of this video and they do a pity subscribe in an attempt to help me hit my goal faster. That's not what I want to do here. So instead of asking you to subscribe if you're not really in this for the long haul, if you're not with me for my channel for the long term, then I would like to invite you to please hit like on this video so it spreads to a lot more people who might actually benefit from this channel. Thank you very much. And the final strategy that I need to really do more of, that I just am not doing right now, surprise, surprise, promoting my videos. Admittedly, I have not been doing well in this regard. I used to do this thing where every time I had a new video every week, I would send an email newsletter to people who might be interested. I'd send it to Facebook groups that I might have been part of who would get value out of that. But I just have fallen off the wagon. And look, I know as a creator, as a coach, that it's not enough to just create good content. You actually have to take the effort to promote it, especially if you're starting small. You have to say, hey, I see the value in my work and I want people to get their eyeballs on it. And me not doing that is, again, just another symptom of me being lazy, so please don't follow me. And yes, as underwhelming as it is, that is the final strategy that I do want to follow. And the reason why I just want to follow these 3 simple strategies is because simple really works. You just have to do it well. I don't want to overwhelm myself with all these things. I don't want to have to study how Mr. Beast does his videos and stuff in order to try and succeed. And if you find yourself on the same train, I recommend doing the same thing. And if you're still here right now, it might be a very good sign that you want to hear more from me in the future. So feel free to click here to subscribe and see more videos. Or if not, you might want to check out this playlist that shows you how I create a ton of content for YouTube, Instagram, and my blog all in one.